Hello everyone and welcome to the ESL A1 Esports League qualifier. The A1 Esports League is basically 10k prize pool, 6 fastest guys from PS4, 6 fastest guys from PC, all going through to an offline final plus a couple of Austrian finalists as well. As you can see there, Michael gets dive bombed by that Juan guy and then he comes back on, just slightly nudges me off. But you might have noticed in the title, why are we racing Michael first of all? We've not seen Michael in a while. He's been racing on PS4. We're on PS4. So I've got the Collector's Edition and I decided to race on PS4 instead of PC because the field was a bit smaller. You know, if 6 from each go through, you might as well go for the smaller field. Might be able to qualify just a tiny bit easier. Now in this round of 32, which is where we're at the moment, top 2 qualify in each lobby. Now there's only 2 lobbies where 2 people got eliminated. The rest were just racing for fun. So that was a bit interesting. So even so, I'll just fast forward to lap 4 as I've done, and nothing's really changed. I caught up to Michael a little bit I think, but you know, I'm happy with that through to the round of 16. And we'll have a look at fastest laps. Fastest laps obviously determined by the Joker lap as well. The Joker lap is faster on this track. So round of 16, here we go. So we're starting on the outside again, really annoying. Look at the TV camera. Another guy goes to dive bomb Michael, dive bombs into him, who forces him into me. That forces Michael to be pitted, which I can't do anything about. Then the guy hits me anyway, God knows why. So now I'm in 4th place, top 2 qualify. So I've got a hell of a job now to try and even qualify. Now with this tournament, as I say, there's an offline final and there's a 10k prize pool, so it's a bit like what the multi-class was last year. European Championship, there's only select countries that can enter. But obviously a bigger prize pool than last year's multi-class. So obviously I want to compete in it for GTA. My teammates are competing in this as well. And you get points for select rounds, so round of 16 you'll get a few more points, quarterfinals more, semi-finals a bit more, and then finals, and then obviously first, second, third get a lot of points. 6 players with the most points on each of the platforms go through. As you can see up front, TRL, Magic Michael and Papa did their Joe clap. Papa loses control on the last corner. And then he decides to try and spin around it. God knows why he does that. That's such a stupid move. But what actually happened in that last corner, because I watched it from his perspective, he lost the rear a lot and Michael's on the inside. So as he's tried to catch that, Michael's rear caught his front, so he span into the barrier. Why he then tried to spin round with me there, I don't know. But even so, we're in 3rd place. We've still got a lot of work to do here. I'm thinking at this point, there's no way I'm going to make this quarter-final at all. Top 2 qualify, and look at that, I'm 5 seconds behind. Now that time is not hugely reliable because obviously on different parts of the track you're going to gain and lose time. And we've still got the Joker in hand as well, which is like an extra 6-7 tenths. So I'm not like massively far off, but I'm far enough off at the moment where I don't think I'm going to qualify. Did that look like that guy did the Joker lap? Oh, that was his first Joker lap. I don't know. I'll have to maybe look at that another time. You only have to do 1 Joker lap. That is literally in the rules. As you can see there, we do that corner very nicely. So you can see we're pushing hard. We're pushing to try and catch up to this guy. Michael's obviously caught up to him already. As we come on the left-hander. And just look up ahead, he's actually lost the rear end there completely. And he does something even worse here, because track limits are an issue. He hits those tyres on that hairpin. That's instant penalty. Even if you go close to them, it's a penalty. Don't get me started on track limits on this track. It's stupid. I mean, for example, I can hit those tyres absolutely fine. That's not an invalid lap. Just lap time's invalid. And as you can see, he's trying to take a slow down here on the corners. I think, fine, I'll take my joke lap. This, I completely cut the corner there, obviously, is not a slowdown. Yet, on other parts of the track, I'll say that hairpin, not even allowed to take a race in line because it's a slowdown. They really do need to look at these slowdowns. I mentioned it in this old video. Here again, the slowdowns are in silly places. Should be consistent on every track. You should have the same rule. 2 wheels on track. If they're not, it's a slowdown. So we continue on anyway. We're in 2nd place. So it looks like we're going to qualify. I am going to keep pushing hard. I want to try and catch up to Michael as best as I can. Try and keep him worried a little bit. Because obviously we're going to be following Michael through the rounds. Because we started off in the same qualifier. So we continue on towards the end of this round of 16 now. As you can see, Michael's going to take the win. I'm going to take the 2nd place. The 3rd place guy now got 4-second penalty. 4th place guy nowhere to be seen. So we'll take that even after that. Well, another stupid start. We've had 2 stupid starts at the moment, so it's not going very well at all. As you can see there, very quick. I'm consistent as well. 49.5 best, 49.6 was my last lap. Very fast last lap actually, because I think the 49.5 may have been on the Joker. Not actually too sure on that one. As we go into the quarterfinals. So we're starting on the left this time. We've got Okaraka in here now. It's got 3 fast guys. I don't really know to race a lot, but 3 qualify for semi-finals. So coming into here, Michael obviously defends the inside a bit more, but obviously I'm there, so I'm not going to race dirty. Notice Okaraka on my outside, so I give him a bit of room there to come back on the track. So at this point, I'm not worried. 3 cars qualify. I'm in 3rd place. That'll do me. I've got the world record on this track on PS4, so again, I know I've got the speed there. And as you can see, I'm not even gonna handbrake this one. And as I come into this hairpin, I just go to avoid Okaraka there. I still got 2 wheels on the track, by the way. I get a slowdown. How the hell is that a slowdown? I didn't hit any tyres. 2 wheels still on the track, but I get slowed down. And that was to avoid contact. I could have binned him off. Now, if you watch the PC semi-finals, which were live streamed, semi-finals and finals for both platforms are live streamed. You will have noticed that somebody else had the exact same issue, but rather than avoid the contact, they slammed into that guy, and it was actually Yuhan. It might have been Rotax on Yuhan, actually. But it was ridiculous, and I'm just thinking, well, I'm racing clean here, but I'm getting punished for it. So what's the point? Anyway, we continue on, and we've got to race hard now, and I properly go for it at this point. You can see we're already catching Sir Race a lot here. He's in a forward focus as well, which is very interesting. So coming into this first hairpin, look at how much we are catching. Nail that perfectly. Let's come into the second one. And we just sort of stall it a little bit. There we go. 3 wheels off the track. That I can sort of more accept. But I get another slowdown. So that one I can more accept, but as I was pushing. But I shouldn't have been put in this position in the first place, which is really, 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 really annoying. Anyway, that's obviously going to be the end of my race straight off the bat. But I'm going to try and keep pushing anyway, because you never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to continue on anyway to see if we can catch up. So let's advance to lap number 4. As you can see now, last lap, and we're 4 seconds off 3rd place guy. So we really need him to either get a shortcut penalty, or the slowdown penalty, or to make a big mistake. Are we going to do that? Are we going to see that? Coming into the first hairpin. That is as close as you want to get, otherwise you will get a shortcut penalty. That's how you do the hairpin. There you go, that's what I wanted. You can see how fast I'm gaining. It's down to 3 seconds, I think, or 3 seconds-ish. Just make a slight mistake there. Keep on going. Look up ahead. He's gone into the barrier, but we're not close enough. We are not close enough. So really, 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 really frustrated with this. I don't qualify. But rather than leave it there with the annoyance, I'm going to give you a race where me and GTA Matty have a practice race and we don't care about the penalties. And I'm going to let you watch that live. Now, it's a public lobby, so there's one other guy in there who wipes that initially. But then we have one hell of a race. And make sure you stay tuned for the final lap. But I'm not going to speak anymore. I hope you're going to enjoy this race here between me and Matty. And I'll see you in the next video.